Hi guys, welcome back to Wheels and Frames. Today we have my Xpulse 200 which I've been using for the past 9 months. So many have been requesting me to put an user review on it. So basically this is my Xpulse 200 which I got last year December. So it is obviously an BS4 one. So also I have done almost like 4,000 kilometers on it and like 2 short trips on it, like 200 kilometers or 200 kilometers trips on it. So let's have a short brief on what it is. What I have here is my Xpulse 200. So this has a 200cc single cylinder engine which is mated into an 5-speed gearbox, and it's an air-cooled one. BS4 version had like 2 types of options, which is the fuel injection one and the carbureted one. Later on with the BS6 they have removed the carburetor, and also it has got a lot of changes with the engine. So the BS4 version had an like 18 bhp of power to it and then 17 Nm of torque, which is obviously a bit less when you compare with the rival like the Himalayan, and that's what you have in this particular market, at least in the basic like adventure tourer or like dirt bike series. Mine is a BS4 version, so it has two options when it got launched, that is the fuel injection and the carburetor. But what I have here is an fuel injection one. So this was the first bike here in Pondicherry, even though this was launched back in last year May, because no one showed interest on this type of bikes here. The engine is pretty good for street driving, and it's okay for the highways. If you are okay with cruising at speeds like 85-90, then this would be a good option for you. If you are like high speed cruisers, like people who are into heavy bikes, this might disappoint you. At the same time, it is very good to drive this in the city traffics, because using this wide handlebars is actually easy to maneuver in between the traffics. Comes to the fuel efficiency, this is one of the best for a 200cc, because it gives around like 35-40 in real life, including the highways and city traffics. Also the instrument cluster, which is actually very nice for a bike at this price point. So basically what I have here is the trip meter, and then if I toggle it around, like another trip meter, and then the most interesting thing is the Bluetooth. So at this point I don't see any bikes having a Bluetooth connectivity in their console. Also there is an eco mode, which is nothing but like whenever I shift gears, it shows like correct point to shift gears, so that we maintain the fuel efficiency at a very good level. And when it comes to safety features, this has a single channel ABS. So it has a single channel ABS that is only in the front wheels. At the same time, it is fine, it's not that great, because at this point we get the cheapest possible ABS unit, so it's not anything about to complain. And also it's a Nissin brake unit. Speak about technology, you get a full LED setup in the front, but the problem is that it's not that powerful. So in real life conditions, it's really hard to drive. That too, when you decide to drive on highways in the nights, it's for sure not advisable for you to use this. So I have attached 2 auxiliary setups for it, and at the rear you have a fully LED brake light situation. And but disappointingly, they didn't add any LED indicators for it. They went with the usual bulb setup. The biggest disadvantages in this Xpulse is like, the first thing which comes to my mind is the seats. The seats are actually really very tough, that it's even hard to drive like 40 kilometers in this. So basically I use this air cushion in this to get at least a bit distance with it. I have been using this air cushion ever since I bought it, because I tried to drive this like for a 30-40 kilometer drive when I bought it brand new, and my back was totally numb when I finished the ride. So I went and bought this particular seat cushion by Figo. I'm not sure about the pronunciation, and this has been like performing really well for me. And obviously the next disadvantage would be the headlights, as I said previously. So I have added an auxiliary light to it, which is okay, but I don't use those in the cities because it blinds people. Obviously I know it's like having auxiliary light is not good for the others around the road, so it's like, but it's a very necessary thing when you drive in the highways. And those are the things which have changed, which is like totally disappointing me. The next thing would be quality. Obviously this is finally an Hero motorcycle, so which is a budget class motorcycle brand. So they are trying to bring some customers into them in their premium segment, but still they are lacking small like rust issues here and there. Over here and like here. So it's not that much to complain, but yeah, but there are like small rust issues. At the same time, the next big thing which I have to talk about is the exhaust. So basically, if you see this particular exhaust in the Xpulse, which is like too massive for the bike, at the same time you can feel that the exhaust is like holding up the power of the engine, like to avoiding you to like drive it. So it is better if you swap it, but you need some kilometers on the odometer to change it. So it's better, I might change it later, so it might be in video very soon. Basically, who should buy Xpulse and who should not? It's a really tough question, because it is a really good street bike for you to drive in the cities. At the same time, sometimes it becomes hard, because being a tall bike, for short people to drive it, it's really hard, because whenever you're in like moving like bumper to bumper traffic, it's really hard to put your feet down and move the bike around. At the same time, it is really good because of its suspension, because this is a completely off-road setup, which is very good, like pretty good for the streets, because in our Indian roads we have obviously a dirt road kind of situation. So to drive in that, this is the best bike to go with. At the same time, when it comes to touring, this is like a proper budget adventure tourer, I would say, because you can keep up with other like ongoing traffic, because it is like you can maintain around like 85-90. At the same time, when you need to overtake and stuff, you can go around like 110-120 to overtake. So this is very good for like an Indian highway situation. And also at the same time, when you travel here and around, like you can get on the dirt tracks and move it. So it's a very good bike for the Indian market actually. But the problem is that the looks are pretty aggressive for normal buyers to go with it. So it's mostly the bike enthusiasts who are interested in these kind of bikes go with the Xpulse. And that's all for today. Hope you guys liked the video, and we are going to come up with a M80 video very soon. We are waiting upon like small parts which we are like custom making for the M80, so it should be up in like 2 or 3 days. And that's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment your opinions on the video, so that we could develop our content more. See you guys. You might have seen the engine check light on. That's because of my dog, because what they have done is the side stand switch, which cuts off the bike when the side stand, so it has been like always on.